Enjoy the show, The Voice 17104, a station for everyone.
You are now tuned into Rick.
You really got to do it? 48% of music. This is bigger than the music.
Hi, welcome to the all-new Ron Chapel Show. Yes, in a few days it'll be officially summer. How y'all doing? And happy Juneteenth. Right now, let's go straight to our street report with our street reporter, Khaldoon Rashid. Good afternoon, Khaldoon. Are you there?
All right, greetings everyone, and those in our listening audience, Ron Chapel and Pastor Chris. Several new businesses have opened or will be opening in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. These include Crumble, a dessert franchise, and a few new retail locations at the Union Square Shopping Center and the Harrisburg Mall. Additionally, several businesses have opened in the Soma District, and a new wellness boutique called CR Blooms has opened downtown. Ashabad Fashions, Hub, and Chocolina, these two new businesses are opening at the Union Square Shopping Center on Union Deposit Road. Middle Eastern clothing and accessories are what they're into. And in the Soma District, there's Collab Vintage, Thrift Boutique, already mentioned, and Boneshire. Also, Mexico restaurant is also coming to Union Deposit Road, along with a few others later to be mentioned. The old Harrisburg East Mall, or what's left of it, will begin full demolition on Monday, June 23rd. Residents in the surrounding community are being advised there will be dynamite and other explosives being used, making loud noises. Closing businesses. In my opinion, it shouldn't cost customers who drive $4 at a parking meter downtown just for a cup of coffee run. Harrisburg's economic development directors said the city is putting together a work group with stakeholders to strategize on how to best support and market the downtown area. Jason Graves, Director of Business Development for the city, said he's optimistic that vacant office space can be converted to housing options to help increase the number of residents living downtown, which could increase the number of people who may patronize businesses. In dealing variance codes and stuff like that, the process of improving foot traffic for commerce is slow. So now for the big story. The former Presbyterian Apartments, who became Harmony Towers, is now back to the name Presbyterian Apartments. The former owner of Harmony Towers has been locked up in a New York State prison for real estate offenses in New York, which automatically nullifies the sale of Presbyterian Apartments to Harmony Towers. As it stands, Presbyterian Apartments is now in receivership, and the slumlord who wouldn't fix the water problem remains incarcerated.
Wow.
Which reminds me so much of the 13th commandment, thou shalt not get away with it. And that's the scoop on the street report. And I'm Khaldoon Rashid, keeping it real on the all-new Ron Chapel Show.
Thank you for your street report, Khaldoon. Happy Juneteenth to you, sir.
Yeah, happy Juneteenth
Okay.
to you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now for community announcements, Pastor Chris Thomas.
Again, thank you, Ron. Again, happy Juneteenth to you, and also happy Juneteenth to Brother Khaldoon, our street reporter, who's always on point with the street report. Again, today's community announcements are very brief and concise. Again, if you'd like to be a guest on the Ron Chapel Show, to promote your product, your services, again, your business, again, feel free to reach out to Ron Chapel or myself, and we'll make sure we get you booked on one of the next up-and-coming episodes. Again, our condolences and sincere prayers go out to the family of Bishop Dwight Droppy Sr. Again, the official announcement, praise God, of his transitioning from labor to reward. That service is going on tomorrow, which is Friday, June 20th, Ron, at 11 a.m. Viewings at 9 a.m. The homegoing celebrations at 11 a.m. And again, that's at the Mount Calvary Church of God in Christ. And again, more information or where to send the flowers, please reach out to the family. Two more announcements here real quick, Ron. I found this one pretty interesting. Free to the community. Range Day, Juneteenth Range Day. Yes, sir. Wish I had off today. Thursday, which is today. That's noon until 2 p.m. To register, you have to email rbgofharrisburg@gmail.com. Again, it's Black Self-Defense and Rifle Club. Again, requirements, firearm, ammunition, sun protection. Also provided ear protection, eye protection, water, and snacks. Last but not least, Ron, Juneteenth Jubilee, which is going on right now. I'm sure all roads are leading to there even now. Again, this is brought to you by Juneteenth Harrisburg. Again, that began at noon at Soldiers and Sailors Grove. Again, right behind the Capitol building there. Again, music by DJ BOC. And again, more information, check them out online, Ron, at www.juneteenthharrisburg.com. And again, that brings to close our today's community announcements on this happy Juneteenth celebration. Back to you, Ron.
Okay, thank you, brother. Now, you said something about a range day.
Yes, sir. Juneteenth Range Day, brother.
Okay, and are you just getting the announcement?
I just saw that announcement, sure.
Okay, that's one thing I always say about this Harrisburg area. When they have events, it seems like you don't hear about them until the 11th hour.
Sure.
And so I think that you also said that one should email to be a part of that?
Yeah. I think it's at a undisclosed location for whatever reason. Again, Black Self-Defense and Rifle Club. That is brought to you by them. Juneteenth Range Day. Again, it's free to the community. Again, go out and learn how to operate your firearm safely and effectively.
Well, okay. I think might have been better if there would have been probably published at least a week in advance, except, instead of the day of the event. Now, there's a lot of Juneteenth celebration activities going on, and Chris, you mentioned one I believe is going on right now in Harrisburg behind the state capitol at Soldiers and Sailors Grove. I believe that's I think I saw the announcement 12 noon to 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to pull that up for you, Ron, here real quick.
Okay.
There you go, bro. Juneteenth Jubilee. Again, it started at 12 noon. I guess it's 12 until, Ron.
Okay. Well, we will hope that it don't get rained out. I hate to say, but there's a threat of thunder showers today. And so hopefully that'll go on as long as it possibly can, and I hope that folks will enjoy it. Now, there's no guest today, but the sound off line is open, so if there's anything that you want to call in and sound off about, please feel free to do so. The number is 717-889-7181. That's 717-889-7181. Okay, so we're here with this Juneteenth celebration, and some folks still might not know the history behind Juneteenth and why we commemorate Juneteenth. And Chris, I believe we have a short video that we'll play.
Yes, sir, we do, bro.
Okay, can you start there, please, sir?
Juneteenth, short for June 19th, is the day commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. It's a holiday that has been celebrated since 1866 and represents a critical turning point in American history. Open up a classroom history book, and the author might say that slavery ended on January 1st, 1863. The day when President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, it established that all enslaved people in the Confederate States in the rebellion against the Union shall be then, thenceforth, and forever free. Of course, the proclamation stated this, but it did not instantly free any enslaved people. It would take another 2 years for slavery to end in the United States. In Texas, slavery continued uninterrupted during the Civil War. The state wasn't involved in large-scale battles, and there wasn't a real presence of Union troops. 2 months after the war came to a close, U.S. General Gordon Granger arrived on Texas soil and read General Order No. 3. The people of Texas are informed that In accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. Granger's arrival marked the freedom for 250,000 enslaved people in the state. Although emancipation didn't happen overnight, celebrations broke out among newly freed black people. Juneteenth was born.
Yeah.
The following year, freed people in Texas organized the first of what became the annual celebration of Jubilee Day on June 19th. The holiday wasn't widely celebrated across the country, but the traditions continued to grow over the next several decades. By 1979, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday. Finally, in June 2021, Congress passed a resolution establishing Juneteenth as a national holiday.
And now we take you live to the East Room of the White House, where President Biden is going to sign the law making Juneteenth a national holiday.
All right.
Juneteenth marks a date of major significance in American history. It's the longest tradition of celebrating the emancipation of thousands of enslaved people who forcibly worked and lived in inhumane conditions. The 2-year march from when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed to the arrival of troops in Texas is a metaphor for the many ways in which freedoms for black people have been delayed in this country. Today, the holiday is a way to acknowledge past faults, help heal current divisions, and move toward a future of a more perfect union.
Okay, thank you, Chris, for that little short clip about the history behind Juneteenth celebration. And I just want to take time now to acknowledge our ancestors and those black folks that came before us that had to endure what we don't have to endure nowadays. I want to say that I appreciate, I'm sure I join many when we say that we salute you and we appreciate you for all the struggles that you went through, paving the road to make it easier for us to travel in these generations. So thank you. I just want to acknowledge you, and I just want to let you know that you're not taken for granted and that you're not forgotten. We all owe you a heartfelt debt of gratitude. Now, there was a recent Juneteenth parade here in Harrisburg on the 14th of June. Chris, did you happen to attend the parade?
No, sir. No, I didn't, sir.
Okay, well, I did, and I tell you, I must say that I was quite impressed. The YPOC, the Young Professionals of Color, did organize a wonderful parade, and it was, as I say, it was impressive. I believe there was over 80 organizations here in Harrisburg that took part of it, and it was the first one that Harrisburg had, and I think they did a fantastic job. So shout out to parade chairperson, I believe her name is Eris Smallwood, and also there was a good job done by the host of the parade. And there's Chris Franklin. Chris Franklin, he was the Grand Marshal of the parade. Chris Franklin from Harrisburg. Go back to Chris for a minute, Chris, please. He's a member of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, which leads me to think, because we've had so many sports celebrities that originated from right here in Harrisburg. A few that come to mind is Robert Tate, Hank Poteet, let's see, Ricky Waters, and LaShawn McCoy, Denny Green, among many, many others. I think that Harrisburg City Council should move to have a Harrisburg Sports Hall of Fame. Harrisburg Sports Hall of Fame. But anyway, Chris Franklin was the Grand Marshal of the parade, and there, okay, and go to the next slide, and there we have some Harrisburg area representatives. I believe Patty Campbell's our state senator sitting in the middle, and then there's Dave Matson, our friend Dave Matson, and also Justin Douglas. Is he a state rep? I think he was a county. I think he's a county commissioner. Chris, are you certain?
Yeah, no, I'm not certain, sir.
Okay. Let's go to another clip you may have, and a little young equestrian right there. There are some horse groups, for the lack of a better term, and there was a lot of people, a lot of community people, some horse groups in Harrisburg that were represented, and so there was a lot of community organizations and a lot of break dancers, marchers, and others that took part, and there's a little part of the crowd. And incidentally, I'll say that per capita, there was a larger crowd here in Harrisburg for the Juneteenth parade than the Donald Trump birthday parade in Washington, D.C. There was a lot of sororities that also took part in the parade, and there are some of the marvelous young dancers that all were also featured in the parade. And all in all, I think they did a good job. And if this is the first one, and this is the beginning, we can only imagine that it's going to grow bigger and bigger and more spectacular. Perhaps the next one will have floats, colorful floats that are our tradition in the parade, and also marching bands. I know they had a drum corps, a drumming group, a part of the parade. But I can see high school bands and others also taking part, and people. And there's the mayor of Harrisburg, sitting right there in the middle, along with, stop right there for a minute, Chris. To the left, Harrisburg foremost historian, Mr. Caleb Jackson. In the next to Caleb Jackson, there's Miss Phyllis Bennett, a community activist, and then there's Mayor Wanda Williams in the middle, and next to her is Dauphin County Clerk of Courts, candidate and winner of the primary election, and her name just come on, Chris, Tina Nixon. And standing next to her is the newest member of the Dauphin County Court here in Harrisburg. That's Judge Tasha Williams. And I believe in front of her stands a member of YO PC in the colorful dress. I believe that's Yanni Williams, who was a visitor on the program a week ago. And so all in all, I think, as I said, I think they did a marvelous job. There's one of the young dancers in a very colorful outfit. And there's Tina Nixon along with Mayor Wanda Williams. Okay, and that's part of the drum corps that was part of the parade. And so they did a wonderful job. The only thing for the next one, hopefully they can have more parade traffic cops, if you will, to help move things along. They were scheduled to start at 12 o'clock, and they probably started about 12:05, which I ain't mad at them for that, because it was a tremendous undertaking, and it was incident free. And everybody that attended had a good time. They had a vendor section set up, and hopefully they did well also. Okay, so salute to Harrisburg, and salute again to the YPOC, Young Professional of Color organization here in Harrisburg. And as you mentioned, Chris, there are still activities going on. And you were speaking a little earlier about a Jadakiss concert, I believe. That's happening when? In a couple of days, Chris?
Here it goes right here for you, Ron.
Okay.
It's going on the 21st, sir.
The 21st, so that is Saturday, I believe. Is that Saturday?
I believe so, at HMAC.
Okay, at HMAC, right there on 3rd Street, Jadakiss, and I think that's a nice addition to this week-long celebration of Juneteenth in Harrisburg. And the only thing I can say now, Jadakiss is a very well-respected artist, has done a lot of big things in the music field, I believe, basically in the hip-hop field. And I know that the organization is Young Professionals of Color, But I think that it might also be considered for the next parade, a next celebration event, that they confer with some perhaps middle-aged members in the community, because I think that Jadakiss may not be on the radar of a lot of middle-aged or older Black Harrisburg residents. I think that, you know, if there was something else, some other option, perhaps like a light jazz set, Pastor Thomas, or something like that, or, you know, a ballroom dancing activity also for the older Black Harrisburg residents. I think that would also be acceptable, and that would be a good addition to the celebration, Pastor Thomas. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure, understood.
Because I don't know how many 45, 50, and beyond year olds in Harrisburg can relate to Jadakiss as an artist. He's of course a very well respected artist, but that music might be off of their radar. But I understand it's the first celebration here in Harrisburg, and they did bring in they are bringing in a respected artist, and so I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to hate. I'm going to appreciate. I'm going to appreciate all the hard work that went behind organizing this commemoration and celebration. So I salute you. Okay, folks, there are no guests today. We had scheduled and hoped to have Mr. Lamont Jones on the show today to make a very special announcement, but he contacted me yesterday and let me know that he's involved with a Juneteenth activity today, and so he will not be on the show, and so we have no other guests scheduled. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to end the show right now. We just wanted to make sure that we showed up to let you know that the show is still in production. And so for Pastor Chris Thomas, Chris, unless you have a closing word.
Again, a big shout out to Harrisburg again for the first ever. I'm sure it won't be the last Juneteenth celebration and parade and all the wonderful events. There's actually an event going on at Middletown tonight. Let me see if I can pull that up.
And let us see your complete shirt before you end, though, Chris.
Sure.
With the Middletown announcement.
Sure. And you wouldn't believe where I got this shirt actually from. Uptown Harrisburg. We had a little debate on what the name of it was, but I believe it's Rose's discount outlet there uptown. Big shout out to Rose's. We'll forward them an invoice a little later on, Ron.
Where are they located at?
They're located at 7th in the old unemployment office uptown at the Uptown Plaza.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was trying to find it. There's a Juneteenth celebration going on in Middletown. The announcement is escaping me, so my apologies on that. But I'll let them see the shirt here. Sad I can't find that announcement. Some people may want to go out to that.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes, sir. Black History 24/7, 365, bro.
Absolutely.
So again, a big shout out. I wanted to congratulate all those that were in full support of Harrisburg's first Juneteenth parade. Big shout out to YPOC. They really are making things happen in the city of Harrisburg, things that are very historic and very groundbreaking as well. So hats off to you guys. So that's about it for me, Ron. I'll see if I can find that announcement if you had any closing comments.
Okay, well, all I want to say is thank you for taking time to view the program. I want to thank our street reporter, Khaldun Scoop Rashid, for his timely report again. And hopefully we'll be back here next Thursday beginning at 12 noon. And we just may have a guest or two on that program, so we do hope that you tune in. Chris, before we leave, did you find that?
Yeah, I did. And I would have been remiss if I couldn't find that. Again, Sister Yvonne sent that to us to talk about a little bit. Grace and Mercy Church and Ministries, and the Ebenezer AME Church. Again, they're having their special Juneteenth celebration, Day of Freedom. That's going on tonight, Ron, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Again, there's going to be a lot of free gifts. Let me see if I can move this toolbar there. Come and join us as we celebrate Juneteenth together, an evening full of remembrance, music fellowship, special guests, the Gatlin family, Monet, Kat Kent, Jules Davenport, free food giveaways. That's at 329 Market Street, Middletown, PA. Bring your own lawn chairs. And again, a moment of unity, reflection, and joy. Again, that's brought to you by Bishop Florence Abdullah and Pastor Karen Jenkins. So if you can, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, all roads lead to Middletown, bro. So thank you for a moment to share that with the community as well.
Okay, I just want to say I know there's other activities going on in conjunction with Juneteenth. If you want to call in and let everybody know about one that we did not mention, please feel free to do so. We're going to give about 3 minutes for that. If we can get a call in about Juneteenth activities, the number is 717-889-7181, because I know that the YPOC had a full calendar of events, Pastor Tom.
Sure.
Okay. Well, folks, enjoy this new season that we're coming in. Hopefully things will go well for you and for yours. And if you plan on taking any trips this summer, well then I hope that you have, I extend you traveling mercies to your destination. Have a wonderful time and traveling mercies back home again. And so y'all be safe out there, and remember, don't drink and drive, and still watch out for the other fella, because they may do some of the things behind the wheel that you choose not to do. So y'all be safe out there, and there's no call about other activities. I'm pretty sure you can look those up if we didn't cover any things. What is YOPC's page, Pastor Tom?
Young Professionals of Color, sir.
Young Professionals of Color. Do they have a website that people can go to?
I think it's JuneteenthHBG.com. JuneteenthHBG.com, and you can find out about more activities that the YPOC has organized for the Juneteenth celebration. So that's it. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you, Chris.